Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Draekoraii by LYNETTE NONI. Let's go. And before we get started, LYNETTE NONI does have some events that she is attending in Sydney on the 1st of April, so I will leave the link down below to that. So let's get into it because this book was fantastic. This is the third installment in the Midorian Chronicles series, which is going to be a 5-book series. And this one just swept everything that Lynette's been building to and just put it in the water. It was fantastic. It was enjoyable. It was laugh out loud at times. It was snarky. It was more than I can bear. And I am just so in awe of this book. This book was fantastic. I really like the cover of it. It's very, very ethereal and very, very old school fantasy. And this is how I like to describe the series. It's old school fantasy, but with a modern twist, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Alex is snarky, witty, as she always is, and even in an unfamiliar territory, she's smart and witty, and she holds her own against people who she knows but doesn't know. The time travel aspect and the newer aspects that are introduced in these were well developed, but at times you wanted a bit more backstory about the connections that Alex has with her dragon. I was very curious about that, and while LYNETTE did do a good job of giving me that information, I want to know more, so I hope that's in the 4th book as well. I absolutely loved the way that she took the time to develop the world by showing us the past, and I loved that aspect. You got to see flashbacks to people who we know, new characters who get even more development. I loved Prince Roka. He was so funny and so on point. I was like, yes, yes, yes. And I enjoyed that aspect of it. I enjoyed the world building. I enjoyed the fight scenes. I enjoyed just how everything that she knows from the first 2 books has come back to help her stand in this old time period. I love how Alex tries to not necessarily change the future, because you can't change the future that much, but she tries to at least give advice to characters that need it and just be this sort of wise character, which in previously she wasn't because she was new to this world. I loved the king and queen of Midoriya in this. Like I said, I love Prince Roka. We get to see her agency at the beginning of the book. Oh my god, just that first couple of chapters where they were so focused on finding her friend, and I was just like, yes, yes. And then we got some CIA, and I was like, this is a spy novel. This is a spy novel. Yes, yes, yes. All the yes. Fantasy spy novel? Yes, please. And then, as it did, the pace was very fast-paced in the beginning, but as we got further into the book, it did dawdle a bit to give us time to develop the world and stay there and learn. And while it was quite a shift, it was somewhat gradual, but at times it felt like whiplash. Like 1 minute we're like, yeah, let's go forward. Next minute, let's calm down. And so those aspects I really didn't enjoy, but overall I really loved this installment and the ending. Oh my god, the ending. I'm going to put a spoiler warning here. Skip to this time on the screen. Anywhere on the screen, and you will avoid the spoiler, but I need to talk about the ending because well done, well done. That is how you do a 3rd book ending. That is how you just completely I was left crying, I was left happy, I was left satisfied, I was left wanting more. I want adventure in this great wide somewhere again and again and again, and I am just so pumped for the 4th book next year, which now seems like a long way away. But it was awesome, and I loved the ending. So, Jordan, my sweet cinnamon roll of a character. I was relieved. I was happy. I was like, yes, yes, back is my snarky cinnamon roll who I enjoyed and I just missed throughout. Like, at the end of RAELIA, I was heartbroken. I was like, no, you can't do this to me. We've been through so much together. Mind you, I did have Hunter, which made the pain more bearable, but I was like, when are we going to get him back? Is Lynette Noni going to do that cruel thing where she sees taunt Jordan in front of our faces, and then it's like, oh, wait till the fourth book to find out what happens, and they save him, and I'm like, please, 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 just one mention of Mo Sparker, please, please, please. And Lynette delivers. Like, I didn't see that coming out of nowhere. I was like, yes, Queen! Yes! I love the moment when Alex releases Jordan, and it's just this, I was expecting like a heartwarming, like, tight hug, and I was so relieved that now he's back, and he's so, he's back. Oh, and the group can fight and win and just be merry and just have so much fun at the academy now. I was so relieved by that ending. And the last thing I want to talk about is the villain himself. I loved seeing young Avon in this story. I loved seeing him, just the way that you see the psychotic person forming just slightly was like, so that's how he got it. That's how he became all creepy. I loved just seeing him. Like, he's one of my favorite villains, but at the same time he's not, because he is mentally just in the head. But, oh my god. I half expected him to burst down in song at one point. Half point when they were in like they're in like this room with all these other rebels. I half expected him to pull out a Luke and be like, are you in or out? And I was just like, yes, Lynette, go, develop. And I don't know if what she did made him more sympathetic to me or make him less sympathetic, but I definitely felt a sense of, oh, poor Avon. And then by the end of the book, that was just completely erased, and I was just like, you sly. But overall, I enjoyed Draekoraii. I am so looking forward to the fourth book. I look forward to seeing where the series goes, and I look forward to the day when I get the fourth book in my hands, and I am so excited. So thank you for joining me on this video. If you want to pick up the Mandorian Chronicles, I will leave all the links to Lynette Noni's social media and her books down below. She is really, really sweet, and I'm so excited to see her at Supernova this year. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.